Item, second rarest item. Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Trey here, and I am back with another video. We're doing Little Big Planet Create Mode. Something I don't think I've ever done before. In fact, I've never done it before. Look, I've done it myself, but I've never done it on video before. So, I mean, I feel like it could be fun. I know what I'm doing, first of all. Let me just say, why am I missing so much stuff? Did I forget to turn that on? Hang on, I'm going to mess with my settings while I explain what we're doing. I want it, but I haven't played it on this profile, sadly. I need to find it. But we're making a level that I'm also making on PS4 by myself. But this one's a bit different. This is near the same, but not completely. I'm doing a, I don't know where it is. But it's a random survival level. I just changed to play mode. I'm smart. Where the entire world, every time you join in, will be a completely randomly generated world. And you have to survive by crafting and traveling places. It's going to be apocalyptic. Zombie apocalypse, which is this one. The one I'm building on PS4 is not zombie apocalypse. But this is sort of going to be like this War of Mine, if you've heard of that. Still not here. Gosh darn it. I thought there was a way to unlock everything without having to play through other tutorials, because I know what I'm doing. I've done this before. Okay, I don't care. I'm going to try to find that in 1 second. But yeah, I'll explain this real quick. The level is randomly generated. So, like, you start off in a house, just like this War of Mine. And every single room is going to be randomly generated. The furniture, what loot stuff's in there, and everything. And then every time you open a loot, it's randomly generated. And, enemies, not in your starter house. You won't have enemies in there. But, like, when you go scavenge, they're all randomly generated, too. Enemies will be randomly generated, whether they're not. There will be trade, crafting, scavenging, all kinds of stuff. Random events, mini stories. Plan on it being a bit of a fun thing. But I'm going to treat this a bit like we're creating a game. Because, I mean, I can't create a game yet. As you know, my computer still isn't finished, or I would have made videos on it by now. Like, of course. Huh, I bounced off the wall 25 times. So, yeah, my computer is not finished yet. If it was, I'd make a game on there. I'd figure out everything I need to. I know a bit of coding. And I know some modeling. I know some stuff on that I would need to do. I need to learn a bit more, but yeah, so I know basically what I'm doing to design a basic game, but I can't without a computer. So let's just take it down a notch. Let's do it on Little Big Planet. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Now, this is strongly based and influenced by the War of Mine. I've been watching a YouTuber play it. He's a bit larger, but not super large. It's Z1 and only. He's been playing it. And that's kind of what this is influenced by. I really enjoy the game. I think it's... Ugh. I had the hiccups. I think it's a really cool game. Stack Adventures Part 1. Village by the Water. Do you know that exists? I didn't know that exists. But yeah, so that's what that's based off. That was also a very long intro. But I do have one final thing I want to talk about before we get into this. And that's YouTube's having another apocalypse. Now, if you don't... This doesn't affect you at all if you don't make videos Or maybe it will. Because I guess it will affect you still. Now, I don't know the reasoning behind it, but there's been views being lost again. I don't know if videos are being removed from subscriber feed again or what, but my channel dropped from 20 to 5 views, and I thought, well, that could just be because I'm a small channel, right? I'm not a huge channel, so that could be the whole reasoning behind it. So I looked further into it. Loads of large YouTubers have been losing loads of views in the past few weeks. Now, I don't think anyone else has realized it yet, but I noticed it right off the bat because of how low my views are already. I've had YouTubers mistake it for... Jesus, that's a lot of bouncing off walls. I've had YouTubers mistake it for people disliking series. That's not what it is. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. So if you've noticed that it seems like YouTubers aren't making videos, they might not be in your subscriber feed anymore. I know that happened at one point on YouTube. So just make sure you're going and you're checking on your YouTubers, making sure you're still subscribed, making sure you have the notifications turned on. I know that helps, because even if they don't show up in subscriber feed, you get an email every time they upload. So, yeah. Just do that stuff for some of your favorite YouTubers. Make sure that you're not missing their videos, and yeah. Let me figure out why not all of my items are unlocked. I'm all turned on. Okay, but yeah. You'll notice the beginning of the titles of videos are often going to have to do with things like, this video is going to be items. We're going to work on adding some of the few basic items. And then, like, you'll have videos named enemies, videos named scavenging part 2, because there's going to be a lot to scavenging. We'll probably take breaks and move on to other stuff. But yeah, that'll be some of the names you'll notice. But I want to start out with some basic stuff. Now, this video, because it had such a long intro and I was explaining the series, I didn't want to do much for the first episode, if that makes sense. So, we're just going to work on some really simple stuff. Now, I do know I have stuff already planned out how I want it to work, but I'm still, of course, taking your guys' feedback. If you have any ideas or whatever, or if you think I'm forgetting something, you think something could be better, you don't like an idea, let me know in the comments. I will read all of your comments. I always do. Even if I don't respond, I did read it. So, trust me, I will listen to your feedback, and we will see what we can do if you don't like something. So, that doesn't mean I have how I want to texture everything planned out, as you just saw. So, let me list through at least some of the stuff that I want to get made this episode that are going to at least work later on. They might not be implemented yet, but I want to make the lockpick, crowbar, I want to make scrap, wood, electronic parts. Some of these are just items. You can hold them. You can craft with them and you can hold them like they don't do anything. And I want to make, I can't think now. Why? I should have written it down. I want to make fertilizer. I want to make, I want to make the toy inspired by the broken toy, but I got an idea for it. And that's all I can think of for right now, because for some reason I just can't think. Let's make the toy first, just so I can show you what idea I got. Well, you know how we have Sackboy, right? I want to make the Sack toy. Gonna be good for trade. Like I said, most stuff's inspired by this war of mine. That's what this is inspired by. It's gonna be good for trade, that's it. Nothing special. That's a good size as well. I don't want a character. I want an item. There you go. Sock toy. Now I will be naming everything. Sorry. I'm not going to be entering descriptions yet. I actually want to leave that up to you. I want to make them sort of like tooltips. Like, they don't have to be, oh, this can be used for trading. I don't want them to be boring. I want them to be something like, I don't know. I wonder who used to own this toy. Just something. That is a bit boring. I'm not great at thinking of stuff like that. But I think you know what I mean. But that's a sack toy. Now, wood. Whoa. Never would have guessed we were going to make wood like that. Now, if you're wondering what this is, if you don't play Little Big Planet or have never tried to create anything, this is for when you hold items, like custom-made items, and they go in your sack pocket, which is this. Now, as you can see, this only has 5 spaces, and I've already named 7 items, and now there's going to be many more. The only way we can add those into the game is by making our own storage, because that doesn't exist. Like, somewhere to store items. So we're going to have to make a custom-built storage. So what I'm doing right now is trying to make this kind of look like how you would hold wood. So I'm going to have you kind of like hold it in a fist and hold it in the middle, and I'm hoping you'll kind of like hold it under your arms is what it will look like. So I mean, that's wood. None of this stuff today, like I said, it's going to be pretty simple. And this is, ah, crap. Well, there you go. I mean, this is what it's going to look like when I hold it. Wood. Are you happy? Oh, crap. I didn't want to give myself that. But yeah, so we're going to have to make our own storage for that, of course. That way inventory doesn't flood up with stuff like that. But we're not worried about that now. Did I name Scrap? I don't know if I named Scrap. I think I did, though. I'm still getting used to PS3 play with this. I normally am a PS4 builder, though there's no difference to them. So, but by next episode I should have practiced a bit. This is also my first level on this account, as well as we are going to have betas and alphas released of this. And they will, I don't know if I'm going to lock them and just leave them for you guys. Probably not. I'll probably leave them for the public to play. But they will be unfinished versions for you guys to just come on if you want to test and test what I've built so far. Just see how it works. You can do that. Okay, so what was another item I named? I know I have the crowbar and lockpick. I'm saving that for last because that takes a bit more work. I have apple juice with me. Don't judge me. Those when I had 2. I had electronic parts. That's right. There is another option which is going to help me with building. I'm going to be using this a lot. Called it's grids basically. Well, not basically. It is grids. I'm going to be using that. It makes everything just neater, as you saw right there. So I'm going to be using that a lot just to help me neat things out, make sure they look good. There we go. Going to just make this, I don't know how it's going to look shrunk down. Probably not that good, but let me make it sort of green. Not sort of, I'm making it green. That kind of looks like an electronic part, right? I'm just a great builder. If we have time, we might get started on the house today. I don't know, though. I can't shrink that anymore. Oh, there we go. It's just weird. Shrink. More. Shrink. There we go. That's good. Oh. Just darn it, I hate when this happens. Okay, I do know how to fix this, hopefully. Sometimes if it's so small, if it's too small, you can't fix it. But if it's too big, then it looks weird in your hands. But if you go into here and remove bevel, no, it didn't work. I might have to make it just a bit bigger. A bit bigger. It looks like I'm going to have to make it a lot bigger. Yeah, that big. It's like the size of me. Are you kidding me? No. I'll like cut off the bottom maybe. Oh yeah, that's a bit better, and that looks to be about the best we're gonna get. So Electronic pot. The electricity didn't even show up. I didn't think it would, but I tried. This first episode is probably going to be a bit boring. A lot of typing and saving stuff. But after this, we're going to get into room design and enemy design and testing, which I know will be a bit more fun, getting to see like what house generates basically. Because the house is never going to look the same, because every door is going to generate differently. Holes generate differently around the place. Every room's different. It could take it one step further and randomly generate every single piece of furniture, but I feel like the lag that would cause is extreme, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so what was the other part I needed? I have wood. I could have books. I don't think I named books earlier. I'll have books. Books are going to be really important as well. I actually need both these for this. This makes it look like that, which looks better. And of course I need the blaster handle. There we go. No. There we go. I don't remember what the other one was I named now. I should have thought this out more. I'm gonna do lockpick and crowbar now. And I have enough time to do more. We can do a longer video. It's first episode. Okay. So I'm gonna grid the crowbar. There we go. There we go. Looks like a crowbar. But this is going to be a bit different. How this is going to work is first I need the blaster handle. The blaster handle has this nice little function where, let me close this. You see this little thing. It like pops out a bit of light. I don't know how well you can see it. You'll see it in a minute. That means if I hit R1, it triggers. Like if I hold down R1, that'll trigger. So I can put this on the end, which is a tag. I can bring it down to here. I can hit crowbar. You're gonna notice me using a lot of stuff that you'd see in game files, but I actually do sort stuff when I'm working a Little Big Planet like that. Same with when I'm doing commands in Minecraft, I sort stuff like that. Also, if I do that, it just looks like that. So, you can't see any of that stuff, it just looks like that. And I'll show you in a minute what that means. There we go, that's good. So now I have crowbar. Oh, not a crowbar, a crowbar. I was gonna make a joke, but I'm done. It was so bad. So that's 5, which is good. I'm going to be shrinking this down. And there. That's going to be our lockpick. A very simple design. That don't matter. That's one big lockpick. There we go. Except I'm going to change this from crowbar use to lockpick use. We will also be making our own music for this. Like everything's gonna be. Oh no, 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 no. 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 That label will clear if I'm not using it. See? Okay, so lockpick use. There we go. Now shrink it down even below the crowbar. There we go. Lockpick. Ah, gosh dang it, now I have a scrap as well. No, stop it, no! perfect. It's saved already. There we go. Our first 7 items of the game. You'll be able to acquire every single one of these items from looting the main house. Some of them will be a lot more rare than others. Some of them won't come from certain things, while some will come from other things. But you can get them all from looting. Now, I said I was gonna make. I might try starting a house. We don't have time for that. But let's make the first thing you can loot. I am thinking a locker. Just seems a bit normal. Don't you think? Now this is when I start working in grids. So when I work in grids, that makes sure everything fits when it generates. And that I'm good. So, I don't need to work in grids now that the object's made. But as you can see, I cannot grab this. Like, it's impossible. So, I have to do some stuff to it before it actually works. Now, making looting when it comes to this is going to be a bit tricky. So just making the first one anyways. After this, it's not that hard because I can just copy this. It will be a bit tricky. So first thing I'm going to add, it takes time to loot stuff. It's not just click, oh, it's looted. I'm going to have it take 5 seconds to loot the locker. And all looting will be yellow. Okay, so you grab it here. Grabbing it will fill up the timer. Now I need to reset the timer. Oh, I still have all that. I'll get rid of that before I test this. Now I need to make a randomizer. Now here's the thing. There's a problem with these randomizers that I have noticed. And that problem is it always chooses the same first thing every time you replay a level. The first thing's the same. Every time. No exceptions. So we have to do something to stop that. So we set this to 3. Or in this case we're going to set it to... What the heck? We're going to have to set it to 5 and 3. There we go. I was like, what? We're going to set it to 3 and 5. No off time. 3 and 5. That means we're going to get a random... If I have to say... Because something else I'll do later. That should be a random 1 to 3 items from this. And some could be repeat, like you get 1 wood and 3 wood. Now you have 4 wood from it. Okay. So we're going to have to set a counter. And this will just make it so it's permanently saved that you've used it. Now, so we don't just loot infinitely, we're going to have to set another timer. You might not understand this at all. You might just be listening to me mumble on. Reset this timer. Now, this timer has nothing to do with the rest, but that it's looting. If you wanted, you could take out that timer and connect this right there. And it would work just the same. So now what I have to do is, if this, and this, all the same, so I need to, as long as this timer is not filled up, this is activated, and this is activated, I will get, now this is where we start working with the sack pocket. I can use, I use sack pocket tweaker to do this. I will get, let's say, a crowbar. Because I do want a crowbar to be able to be gotten by this. There we go. That works now. So I can take this and copy this. Move it down. I'll set it to 4 for 4 different things that I can get. From this I can also get 4 wood, let's say. 2 wood. 3 books. Alright, let's do a bit more. I'm not going to give you any scrap from this. You can get, maybe I'll do one rare electronic part that you can get. Another 5 wood down here. I think I'm going to add another one to the crowbar that you could get. I can't set it to infinite, but I mean that it's infinite. I don't want that. Now the reason I'm adding so many is just so that electronic part is so rare. Now it's set, you can get another 3 books. More wood, I'm going to make wood really common. And another crowbar. So that's good. Now what we have to do, we have to take this. This is the most boring part of it all. Copy this the whole way down. I'm bored. Okay, this is the worst part of making these. The rest isn't that bad, because I really enjoy making these. And of course, if you guys don't want to see this series, I won't continue it. But if you guys do want to see this series, I will continue it. That's just how it works, right? You guys didn't know that at all. Now for the randomizer. And you'll start to see the randomizer taking effect as I work my way down. And then I zoom out. You'll see the randomizer taking effect. Now this should be working. You can see the randomizer taking effect. The final thing I want to do, that I should have done before, is select new item bubble. So that means every item you get will display above your head. So to let you know if you get a crowbar. Now the final thing we have to do is, like I was saying before, that I never really explained, this needs to be grabbable. Single grab. I could remove Beeble, might as well. Make it look a bit better. And I also, just because how am I gonna get rid of these items easily? Just because I have these items, I want to get rid of these ones. I have, what do I have? Scrap and wood. Because you keep these when you go into play mode, which I was never a fan of. Because the rest of the level doesn't save. Which is why I'm making this hardcore. You die, you're out. So I want it to be minus infinite wood minus infinite scrap. Connect this to here. Fly up, drop back down. Now I have nothing. There we go. So we're going to load this up, search the locker, and we should get a random series of items. After this, if as long as it works, we're going to end this episode. The timer's not visible. Gosh darn it. I forgot to do that. We'll do that real quick after I test this. There we go. We got pretty lucky, got a crowbar, and we got some wood. Which wood's really common, so I'm not going to say that's lucky. If I walk over here, I lose the wood, though. Let me go in here and make that timer visible. I'll show you guys how to do that in case you didn't know. It's pretty simple, and then whenever I load it up again, you can just see the timer as it fills up. Now that's how that's going to work, and every time I were to play, I could show you, maybe I will show you one more time just to prove it. But every time I were to play, it would reset again. Now I don't have anything, so let me get rid of this crowbar. And let's test this again. Now the timer is visible as well. And this time I won't get a crowbar and 2 wood unless I am the luckiest person, or unluckiest person alive. Because that's not what I want. I don't want a timer. I don't want a crowbar and 2 wood. Oh, the crowbar is nice. And so, as you saw there, nothing. Now the timer's there filling up. I got a crowbar and an electric. Oh my gosh, I got so lucky. Rarest item, second rarest item. In fact, book might be a bit rarer, but it shouldn't be. We can fix that next episode. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to let me know. I think I made that static, yeah, so I can't pull it over, sadly. I wanted to crush myself with it. That's fine, whatever. You make my controller vibrate electric part, that's weird. Oh yeah, because the electric thing's on there. But yeah, if you guys enjoy, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. I want, of course, recommendations, everything else, but I need recommendations for a name of this level. I need them. But yeah, don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed this video and you want me to do more. Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Until next time, goodbye.